Hey Classy Career Girl Network, it's Anna here coming to you for our final training in the My Startup Story movement. You guys voted on this training and you picked Facebook. So we're going to talk today about how to get more engagement on Facebook without paying for ads, without paying for any money. So first off, you guys still have through November 17th tomorrow to post your stories to get in on the contest. We're giving away 1-year membership to Corporate Rescue Plan. So you have to post your every single day on social media, and you have to use the hashtag MyStartupStory. So there's a lot of you guys that have been doing it. You guys are doing amazing. I've loved reading all of your stories. We are regramming them on Instagram. So if you're posting to Instagram and you have a public profile and you're using hashtag MyStartupStory, I'm seeing them and we are posting them on our Corporate Rescue Plan Instagram account. So go check that out. Read all of your other members' stories because it's motivating. You guys are not doing this alone. There's a lot of other women doing it with you. And so that's what's the exciting part about it. I've heard you guys are getting very clear on your mission. I just got a message this morning about how this challenge is really helping one of our women think through their business and every aspect of running a business. So it's going to be awesome. Don't give up if you haven't started. You have plenty of time. You have a whole day. We had one person post today. She just posted all 7 in like one Facebook post today. So do whatever you can, but I think it is really going to help clarify things for you. Big shout out to Meredith. She, I think, is with us. She said her engagement on Instagram just this last week from posting more frequently, posting her startup story, her engagement has increased by 3,000 people. So that is awesome, right? Like that's what happens when you put yourself out there and you start sharing more of who you are, what your brand's all about, what your story is all about. People get interested, right? So definitely do that. I think that's kind of all the announcements I wanted to make until we dive into, that's all the announcements I have. So let's dive into the topic of today. So let's start with a little story about Facebook. So a few months back, I had a virtual assistant, and I still have a virtual assistant, but I had hired another virtual assistant to help me with social media because you guys know we have a lot of social media accounts going and there's a lot of platforms out there, and I was having trouble keeping up with running my business, working on my business, and then also all of the social media accounts as well. So I hired a virtual assistant to help me with some blog stuff, but then also some social media stuff. And one of her tasks was to post on Facebook, to be doing all the Facebook posts, and to be linking to our blog, and to be sharing all of our latest content. We publish something every day, and so I wanted the content to get on Facebook. So I showed her a model that I wanted her to follow. So it was just very simple. I think I gave her like Levo League or the Muse or something, Brit & Co, something like that. Just do what they're doing, right? Just post what these other people are doing and model that. So it was fine. She did this for a few months. Eventually, we actually let her go for other reasons, not just Facebook. But we let her go. And so I was kind of stuck at that point because I was like, okay, I had this virtual assistant who's doing all this Facebook posting for me. Now I have to take this back on. So it forced me, and this was a good thing because I know a lot of you guys want to delegate your social media. This comes up a lot. Like, who can I hire to do my Facebook for me? So I did it. And then I went back and I looked at the engagement I was getting when she was posting links to articles. She was doing what she was told to do. She was making it look like the models I had laid out for her that I wanted it to look like. But we were not paying attention to our insights, because when I looked at the insights, nothing we were posting was doing well. We were just posting to blog articles over and over again. We weren't mixing anything up and we weren't getting engagement. So I dove in, I looked back at all of our most popular posts, and I dove in and I started putting more of me back into the brand. I started posting more stuff about my startup story, like all this stuff that we've been doing this whole last week. I brought myself back in, started doing more posting, doing more testing things out. So doing more quote pictures and doing more questions and doing more taking really like 4 paragraphs and just putting that into Facebook. and our engagement like quadrupled. Like it took off. I was putting more videos in there. We were doing more Facebook Lives. So I got way more involved. So I think that's my big story that I wanted to start all this out with is you can't delegate it. You really have to test and tweak and see what's going to work for you and look at your insights and look at your analytics and see what people are responding to. Just this morning, I think it was late last night, I posted something on Facebook and I said, tag a friend that inspires you, I think, or tag a friend who's making a difference in your life. And I looked just before I got on this Facebook Live, and people were just tagging like all of their friends, and this post was just getting seen by so many more people just by saying tag your friend. So there's little things that we can do, and we're going to kind of walk through those tips and ideas and advice that I have today. So what we're going to walk through today, we're going to walk through how to think like Facebook, so you know what to post. We're going to talk about the first step to increase your engagement, and we're going to talk about the key to know what to share on Facebook. Okay, so let's dive into thinking like Facebook first. This is like the foundation for Facebook. Okay, so Facebook. What does Facebook want you to do when you're on Facebook? What do they want you to do? Facebook probably wants you to stay on Facebook, right? This is their social media site. Like, you getting off of Facebook is not what they want. They want you to stay on Facebook. They want you to consume content on Facebook. Facebook has actually even come out with like articles that are just for Facebook. So you can actually like put articles on Facebook rather than direct people to your website. So their whole goal is to get you to stay on Facebook. So knowing that, now think about what you should post, knowing that that's their goal. They are going to increase the engagement, the reach of your articles, of your posts, where you are trying to get people to stay on Facebook. So the more types of content you have that encourages people to stay on Facebook, the better. So for example, when I had that virtual assistant and I was having her, all of my content was linking outside of Facebook. So I kept linking back to my blog articles, linking back to my blog articles. Well, they're not rewarding us for that. They don't want a lot of people to see that, right? Because that takes people off of Facebook. So thinking like Facebook, then the stuff that you want to share on Facebook is you want to be doing Facebook Lives. You guys know I'm a big fan of Facebook Lives. You want to be doing Facebook Lives. You want to be uploading videos directly to Facebook. So instead of linking to YouTube, no, we don't want to link to YouTube. We want to upload the video directly to Facebook because those are going to do better. We want to create content just for Facebook. So we want to create content like all those quote images. I saw so many of you guys have posted your mission statements using the pretty graphics like canva.com, and those look beautiful. Like, those are the things Facebook wants. So uploading quote images, photos, and then also text. So I often will go to like some of my blog articles and I'll copy, maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs and I'll paste it in. And so those do really well too, because then you're reading the content that's on Facebook. Another great one, you guys know I love our Facebook groups. So Facebook rewards us here, right? I get a lot more reach on stuff I post in our Facebook group than I do over on my Facebook page, because Facebook likes that we're creating this little community together, right, of like-minded people. So anytime you can create a Facebook group of like-minded people, your potential clients, your posts are going to get seen by a lot of people too. So like, look at what we're doing here right now. We're doing a Facebook Live in a Facebook group. Like, Facebook's going to reward this, right? A lot of people are going to see this, and the recording as well. So the other thing that we do a lot is uploading pictures. And then if I do want to link to a blog article or a lead magnet or a webinar, I'll go to bit.ly or it's bit.ly to shorten the links. So you guys can see on the Classy Career Girl business page, oftentimes I'll do that. I'll post a picture or a quote and a couple words about the article, and then the bit.ly. And then sometimes I'll upload links to the blog too, because if the more people that are engaged, the more people that are going to see those other links too. So if I have people who are interested in my quote photos and they've liked those photos, well, most likely they're going to see the next thing I post too, which is usually like a link to a blog article. So that's the first thing, is to think like Facebook. The second thing is the first thing you need to do to increase engagement. So we have your mindset ready. Now let's take action. So the first thing to take action with would be to go into insights on your business Facebook page and look and see how content is doing already. Like look back, look and see. You can go, so what you do is you're going to go, and I just did this right before this, so I made sure that nothing has changed, because Facebook is always changing. So you're going to go into insights on your business Facebook page. You're going to click on reach and sort on the largest reach. So you're going to click reach, and it'll pop up the articles and the posts that have gotten the most reach, and you'll sort on those popular posts. So then I want you to look at like, what are those 5 to 10 most popular posts? And I will tell you, I just did this and it surprised me again. Like every time I do this, it surprises me. So look at what some of my most popular Facebook posts are. The first one was on online dating. So big shout out to Anna Harrison, who wrote that article. That's one of our most popular Facebook posts. So totally organic reach. I didn't do any Facebook ads to that Facebook post. But apparently my market is interested in online dating. So sometimes it's good to mix things up. You guys know that Classy Career does not provide any sort of dating services or anything, but it's good to know what your market's interested, so you can start sharing articles that they might be interested, or maybe have a guest poster like Anna posted on CCG as a guest poster and brought a whole new different piece of content that I knew nothing about. The other most popular article on CCG, we have one about getting out of debt. That's something completely different than, our courses are on, but our market is interested in it. So it helps to put that kind of stuff on your Facebook page, as well as buying a house. That was another one I just noticed right now, that article that I posted on our Facebook page on buying a house, which was another guest poster, got a ton of reach and engagement. So now that's going to kind of change what I do going forward. I actually, right before I got on here, I shared that online dating article again on my business page, because I was like, well, it did great once, let's do it again. So right away you can start recycling those things that did great once. You can do them again. So that's a great way. That's the first thing I want you to do when you get off of this training session right now. And if you haven't started a business Facebook page, that's probably the first thing you want to do, is start up that business Facebook page and start trial and error, start posting things and seeing what's doing the best, with the mindset of thinking like Facebook and creating that content for Facebook. And then the third thing, the key to know what to share on Facebook. So every time I share anything, even if it's on Instagram or Pinterest or Facebook, or even if it's a guest post, if it's someone who wants to guest post at CCG, it has to be something I would want to read and I would share myself. So I will never post anything on our business Facebook page that doesn't get my attention. That isn't something I would want to read. So I'm often seeing a lot of stuff on social media that's just not, something that's shareable. It's not encouraging, it's not meaningful, it's not positive. And so anything that you post needs to be something that you would share yourself. So give it that test. It's better not to share anything than to share you don't have to always be sharing. And so, quality is kind of better than quantity, I think, because Facebook is monitoring your engagement. Facebook is monitoring, like, if you get 1 like, if you get 2 likes, if you get 3 likes, they're going to start showing it to more people. Did you know that? So the more engagement you get, the more people will see. So it's really important that right away people start interacting with your content, because then Facebook will show it to more people. So I hope this was helpful. This was kind of like the overall high level 3 really important things you can do to get more engagement on Facebook. It's really trial and error. You guys do know that I do love Facebook ads, And that is a more advanced strategy. I want you all to get there, but this is the foundation. You really have to know what works on Facebook before you can start an ad. And so oftentimes, if there is something that's getting a lot of, engagement and comments and likes, well, that's a great place to start with creating your ad, which happens later on. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's probably might not be something that you're ready for. I know in Corporate Rescue Plan, it's not until phase 4 where we even talk about advertising, and there's 3 other phases in front of that. So don't get overwhelmed, but do know that there's a lot of steps that can help you move in that direction, and just starting to create your business profile will help you. So if you guys have enjoyed my startup story, this whole movement we have going on, if you want to become your own boss in 2017, please make sure that you have signed up for our Freedom Workshop. It's totally free. It starts on December 29th. I'm very, very excited about it. We've actually been filming all week for it. And next week, we're going to kind of put the videos together and get it all ready for you. But it's not until December 29th. I know that's a long time away, but in between there, you're gonna get super busy. You're gonna have Thanksgiving, you're gonna have Christmas, it's gonna get busy and crazy like this time always does with holiday parties and all that stuff. So that's why I'm giving you guys this break, but just know that we will be back on December 29th. We're going to go over and do our Freedom Workshops. It's a brand new thing that we're going to do. And then we're going to dive into really how to know whether your business idea will be profitable. We're going to talk about how to make an offer. And we're really going to talk about the whole blueprint to have more freedom in your business. So whether you're just starting out, like if you don't know if you don't know what business to start and you're just starting, it's going to totally help you get clear and give you a business plan. Or if you already have a business and you just want to up level in 2017, maybe use some more online marketing, maybe use some more Facebook strategies, maybe use Facebook ads, take it to that next level in 2017. No matter where you're at, the Freedom Workshop is going to be amazing for you. It's going to kick off the new year and really help you become your own boss. So make sure you're signed up for that. It's at www.corporaterescueplan.com/freedom. I don't want you guys to miss out on that. And tomorrow's kind of a big day. Tomorrow is the last day to enter the contest to get your free membership in Corporate Rescue Plan. That's the contest we have going on right now. If you post all of the startup stories on social media. And then tomorrow is also the last day to get your bonus VIP worksheet for the workshop. And so the worksheet is how to identify your ideal client. And so you have to sign up for the free workshop by tomorrow to get that worksheet. So make sure you sign up at www.corporaterescueplan.com/freedom. I want to dive into a couple questions that we had come in for this session right before. I know there's a lot of you guys here with me right now. I'm gonna dive into all your questions too. But first I want to tackle a couple of these. Meredith, she wrote in, she said, I'm excited about starting a Facebook group for my paid members, but how do you make sure that there's no catfighting or cyber bullying? A little nervous getting all types of hormones together while still getting their engagement. Meredith, I wouldn't worry too much because you know what? You're in control of the Facebook group and you can kick people out. You guys may not know this, but Rachel and I are kicking people out all the time for posting spammy stuff, for not listening to us, for promoting themselves and continuing to promote themselves. But we're in control. Like, this is our group. We want to make it how we want to make it. We want to make it a positive, supportive place. So we have rules. And so that's just what I would recommend. Make sure your rules are very clear. Make sure you have a pinned post on top that links to the rules in the files section. Make sure on the sidebar where it's a description of your group that you have the rules there too. And they just spell it out like this. Whatever you envision this group to be, it's a positive place. So if you are negative towards other people, we reserve the right to remove you. I think I say it nicer on our rules. I think it's on our sidebar that we reserve the right to remove you just sounds really mean. But look at our rules and kind of, feel free to use our template, our guidelines in the files section is your template too, to kind of make sure that you have the rules. The rules are really nice because then when you contact someone, you can just say, I'm sorry, we don't allow blank in our group. Here are the guidelines for more information. And then you just can delete whatever they did. And then they have the files. And then they have the rules. So if they don't obey it a second time, then they're out. That's kind of my rule. So hopefully that helps, Meredith. Okay. Lape says, hi Anna, I'm wondering which platform you prefer, Facebook or Instagram? I love Instagram, but I know there is a lot of my target using Facebook, so I want to learn how to increase the engagement on Facebook and in my Facebook group in particular. My favorite social media platform is Pinterest by far. That's just because it's the numbers. That's the one that that gets by far way more traffic than any other social media site to my website. I'm tracking all this on Google Analytics. So I have a plugin installed on my WordPress website so I can see where traffic is coming from. And by far, it's Pinterest. So that's always been my favorite. Facebook and Instagram are different for different reasons. I love building communities. So a Facebook group for me is like one of the things I've loved since we've had this for a couple of years now. So to me, that's what I love about Facebook the most, is the ability to create a community around your topic. And Facebook is also really great for leads. So for advertising, for finding your target. So I love Facebook for that too. We get a lot of traffic on classycareergal.com, and Facebook allows you to install a pixel on your website. I know that sounds difficult, so it might be a little over your head right now, but just get this overall view here. Facebook has the ability for us to track who comes to our website and then retarget them with a Facebook ad. So if you've ever gone to someone's website and then 5 seconds later you have an ad from them, that's what's happening. They're retargeting you. It's so high tech that they know that you came to their website, you learned about them, and now they're retargeting you with an ad, which makes you a lot more of a warm lead because you already know, like, and trust them most likely because you've already been on their website. So you're more likely to opt in for what they're giving away. So for that reason, I do love Facebook. I know a lot of people don't, but for that reason alone, I think the technology surpasses Pinterest. I know Pinterest ads are a lot more confusing. They aren't as good up to date as Facebook ads. So I do love Facebook ads. I am definitely a big fan of Facebook ads. And I know John on our team, he's the one that runs all of our Facebook ads. And so, but yeah, he loves them too. So we both do. So that's why I love Facebook. Instagram, for me, I don't get at all as much traffic from Instagram as I do Facebook and Pinterest. But for me, what I've realized is that Instagram is more of a branding thing. Instagram is more of a long-term brand recognition thing for me. So I think long-term, it could increase. My traffic on Instagram could increase. It's very different. You guys know it's like link in bio, so you have to be very strategic about how you get traffic from Instagram. And Facebook owns Instagram too. So, we can do ads on Instagram just like Facebook. We can target people who've been on our website with Instagram as well. So I think Instagram is like the hot social media platform right now. So it's definitely something that you want. Maybe we'll have to do another training all on Instagram now, right? I was actually very surprised because Instagram was the last one on my poll that you guys wanted training on. I thought for sure that one was going to come out first. But that's okay. I love talking about Facebook too. So I hope that answered your question, Lape. I obviously use all of them. I love social media. But each of them are for separate things. So Pinterest really is for the traffic. Facebook really for me is for the ads and for the community that I can build on Facebook. And then Instagram really is for my brand, for creating the content. A lot of the content I use starts on Instagram, and then I share it to Facebook and Twitter. So Instagram is kind of where I start with like creating the content, the visual, kind of like making it like an online magazine, our Classy Career Girl account. Okay, so let me dive into, let's see who's with me today. Meredith. Hey, Meredith. John. Hi, Lori. Ella. Jihad. Hey, Mila. Jen. Hey, Jen. Jenna, CRP in the house representing. Jenna says, do you use an app or program to post all of your content? I think if you're talking about just Facebook, we have used Viral Tag. That's one that we use the most because it allows you to post to Pinterest. And like I said, Pinterest is kind of our number one place where we get web traffic from. So Viral Tag allows you to post LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest all in one, so that's why I like it. But you don't need, if you're just going to focus on Facebook, which I recommend you just kind of take one platform and focus on it when you're starting. So if you're just going to focus on Facebook, you can schedule posts straight to Facebook. So that makes it super easy. The other ones you can look into are Hootsuite and Buffer. Those are other two that are easy to figure out that I could recommend as well. Jenna says, I feel like the more people start liking, the better my posts do. Exactly. Yes, you're starting to have the right mindset, Jenna. You want more people to like your posts. It's kind of, I know my nephew on Instagram a long time ago, he didn't get enough posts, or if he didn't get enough likes on his posts, he would delete it. But that's like teenager, but it kind of is true for us too, you know, like our posts need to get a lot of likes. Don't delete them. Don't ever delete them. But it's kind of the same strategy. You want to create content that's going to get liked and shared. Hey, Mary Ellen. Hey, Meredith. Jenna says, I'm so happy I joined this community. Awesome. We're happy to have you in CRP too. Okay, Kristen says, when you say that Facebook rewards you for keeping people on Facebook, what do you mean? How exactly do they reward you? They will show your content to more people. So that's their reward to you. So if it's content that keeps you on Facebook, if it's content that people are liking, they will show it to more people. So what has happened over the past few years is they're starting to hunker down on bad ads, bad content. They don't want people to leave, right? There's all these other social media platforms popping up. So Facebook wants to make sure our news feeds are giving us what we want now as personal people. Like, stop thinking like business wise. As me personally on my profile page, they want to make sure that what I'm seeing I'm happy with, so I don't go over and jump to another social media platform. So they're getting very careful about what they put out, what they let people see. You can obviously pay for your stuff to be seen by more people, but even then, your Facebook ads will get seen by more people when people are liking and commenting on it. So, you know, even our Facebook ads, sometimes we say, tag a friend who would like this, or tag another entrepreneur who would like this. And that helps Facebook see that people are liking and commenting on it, and then they'll show it to more people. So they just want to make sure that we're sharing content that's likable, you know, that people are going to like our content, and we're not just being super salesy and annoying people. They're kind of just making sure that we're giving out good content. Meredith says, thank you. This helps so much. Awesome. Kristen says, do you ever use LinkedIn? I'm guessing not, since you're looking for individuals, not businesses, but I will be targeting businesses. So instead of a Facebook group, I think I might need to do a LinkedIn group. Yes, we use LinkedIn a lot. It's a great strategy. Even no matter whether you're targeting individuals or businesses, I think it's a great one to use. We do have a LinkedIn group as well. For me, LinkedIn groups are okay, but the engagement on the LinkedIn group isn't anywhere near a Facebook group. So it's a great place to gather community and share articles. There's some good examples out there of some really good LinkedIn groups. But for me, I love LinkedIn for just being able to message people and to send messages to your target market and to join groups that your target market is already in. and you can quickly see a third of your target market. Like I know when I was doing, when we were doing events here in San Diego, LinkedIn was the number one way I would fill my events because I would target women in San Diego who had certain types of jobs, and I could obviously tell from their headline what their job was and whether they would be interested in the talk that I was doing at that event. So definitely it's a great strategy. We do have training on LinkedIn in CRP too as well, Kristen. I can direct you to that. Jen Miller, I'm sending a quote as we speak. Fingers crossed. Awesome. Let us know how it goes. Hey, Anne. Okay, awesome. That's all, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful. Let me know how it works. Just like Jen just did, go take action. Go post something to Facebook right now. Test it, see how it works. Underneath where you post it, it says engagement. So you can, or I think it says reach. So you can tell how your posts do. So I'd recommend like post 4 things. You can even schedule 4 things for the rest of today and then compare them. See which ones worked the best and then do more of that. It's all about just doing more of what's working. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure you sign up for that Freedom Workshop that's coming December 29th. I'll be signing off. We've had 7 eventful days for My Startup Story, so we'll be picking the winner tomorrow night. And I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see you guys all back December 29th, ready to really focus in on creating your business plans for 2017. It's going to be awesome. Great year. So we'll see you guys then. Bye, everyone. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be around, obviously, the Facebook group if you need anything. Bye.